Canadian home sales are up close to 4% from June to July. So are Canadians now shrugging off economic concerns? Let's go to Shaun Cathcart, senior economist at CREA. Thanks for joining us today, Shaun. Shaun, are you there? Can you hear me? Okay, we can't hear you. Can we see if we can get that fixed? All right, there we go. Shaun, sales are up, but where are homes being bought? What markets did well here?
So that's a good question. Which markets are up most? Definitely the GTA has been leading this charge the whole time. Sales in the GTA are up 35% from March, which sounds like a lot, but we're really talking about a market that's sort of climbed from the sub-basement to the basement at this point. So I'd say not doing well yet, but definitely moving in the right direction very quickly. And that was really the basis for our forecast all along, was that places like Ontario and BC that were hardest hit by high interest rates are going to have to see the biggest rebounds because they've got the furthest to climb to get back on trend. Okay, so you mentioned Toronto did well. Did Vancouver as well? Vancouver's doing well. You know, Vancouver never got hit as hard as you might think by high interest rates because so much of their market is bought with wealth and not mortgages. But Vancouver's is recovering too. The Fraser Valley, the interior, all these expensive markets that where activity was much lower than it should be, given population growth and the amount of demand out there. So they're coming back strongly. They've still got a long way to go, but I think we actually are in this long-awaited sort of post-inflation crisis recovery. Just got a little bit derailed earlier this year by all the initial tariff chaos. Okay, so transactions up more than 11% since March. You looked at Toronto, but we're talking more generally. How would you characterize this move up? You mentioned sub-basement to basement, but can you explain a little bit more about that? Sure. Well, I mean, this is, as a forecaster of this data, this was supposed to be a slam dunk. For it to have a rebound as soon as interest rates came down significantly. They're still not low, compared to most of the last 15 years. But, we should be the market more active than it is already. I think it was quite clear that, all of the real initial shock of the trade war talk earlier this year, really sent people back to the sidelines for a little while. So we did have a big chunk of that spring market that should have been stronger sort of carved out of this year. We're now seeing that reemerge. It's only the dog days of summer. The July increase in sales, 4%, as you mentioned, almost, was the biggest of the four. And typically what we see in September is the start of the fall market. There's a big burst of fresh, new, exciting listings, usually in the first week of September. We saw that last year. Buyers jumped all over it. I think they might jump all over them even more this year. So that's something to stay tuned for. Okay, so why do you think buyers are finally ready to buy? I thought, as you mentioned, many would wait for another Bank of Canada rate cut before jumping in. Yeah, there may be some that are waiting for that, but there's a lot of people that have been waiting for 3 years now. If they follow, bond market expectations, the odds of another Bank of Canada cut, maybe even one this year, have been shrinking. 5-year fixed mortgage rate at about 4% right now is decent historically. It's a lot better than 6% a year ago, and I think a lot of people are ready to jump in at this point. I don't think that mortgage rates are looking like they're going to do a whole heck of a lot between now and sort of next year. Would you say it could be because homes are more affordable? We have seen that trend down. Homes are a little more affordable in some places, but prices have generally been pretty stable, at least at the national level. There's sort of a slow melt in BC and Ontario. A lot of other places in Canada, across the prairies and on the East Coast and Quebec, prices have been up the whole time. They just haven't been up as they weren't rising as fast as they were during COVID, but they've been creeping higher since 2022. The affordability hasn't really gotten better there, but what you're seeing is those migration patterns of people moving from Ontario to places like Alberta, to places like New Brunswick, where then there's a huge increase in affordability when you do that, right? So it's a bit of a mixed bag, I suppose, but certainly the biggest affordability piece has been the decline in mortgage rates from last year to this year. You mentioned September could be a boost of inventory sort of coming onto the market. What does inventory look like right now? Right. So the overall number of homes for sale in Canada was at a record low during COVID when everyone bought everything. Over the last 3 years, it's climbed back up to about historically average. So that's a stat that should, based on the record population and housing stock, be setting records every year. It's only basically historically average. So it's much higher 10 years ago. It was much higher in the 1990s. And now it's already rolled over with sales rising and it's going back down. So we never really left this demand supply imbalance place. Housing cycles are long. We're still in the middle of this more of the seller's market side one. And so it looks like some of that's going to be coming back at us in the next year, I think.
Okay, so you mentioned September typically, or at least last year, there was more inventory. Buyers were jumping in. What does a typical fall look like for you?
So a typical fall is like a mini version of the spring. It doesn't churn on and on over months and months. Basically, the listings come out in September, and you've got September, October, November to sell them before they all come off and everything goes quiet through the winter. So what happened last year was that interest rates were already coming down. We got a really big burst of new listings in September, and we thought, are the buyers going to go for these, or is this going to really soften the market? Well, it turns out buyers went for them, and so last year I think October sales were up 10% month over month. November was even stronger. And then obviously talk of 51st State and all that sort of shut all that down earlier this year. But I think that's going to come back and do that again this year. And oftentimes it is that inventory piece that the buyers are out there sort of milling around. But it's not until a bunch of exciting stuff for them to go out and look at and buy comes onto the market that you really see the sales explode. So that's something to look for. I'm not saying it's going to happen for sure, but I think it's a good bet.
Shaun Cathcart is a senior economist at CREA. Shaun, thank you for joining us. Appreciate that.